Is there a remedy to playing as well in the second half as you guys do in the first half? You know where I'm getting at, like losing leads, and I'm not saying they're all huge leads.
Yeah, I'd say it's something that we're trying to be the aggressor, right, at all times. And our guys have had great intent to start the game. I feel like we get off to a great start. We're really trying to emphasize that focus after halftime because we feel like for us, when we come out after half, then we get stops right away. We put ourselves in a great situation, and that's not what happened in Manhattan on Saturday. And that's where we're really trying to have our focus is defensive intent, the same one that we had to start the game. Let's have that start the second half. And, I think that's a good part of it.
Do you think it's almost like an element of, for 20 minutes, you kind of are able to dictate to somebody, you go in the locker room and you come back and you expect to do the same thing and you don't maybe rise to that same level?
Well, there's certainly, different factors that go into it. I'd say like guys playing a certain amount of minutes and game settling in and, there's different factors. I think we just have to be mentally tougher. We've got to be more intentional and more detailed because it's the same game. It's like you said, like maybe we're a little more tired or maybe, something happened, but at the same time, we just need to focus on winning that next possession, what's in front of us. We've had plenty of games this year where we've played the full 40 minutes and been good at the second half. We need to keep our attention on doing that.
You've talked about unnecessary fouls at times, but I don't know if they were unnecessary, but Shun in foul trouble, Trey in foul trouble. I mean, what can you do to try to keep those guys out of that difficulty?
Well, we believe that when guys are the aggressor, when you're the one that's attacking your opponent on both sides, that you put yourself in position where you're not the one fouling. And so when we say unnecessary, we don't want to be on our heels. We want to be the first to block out, the first to, on a ball screen coverage to call and be up at the point of the screen. We want to do everything aggressively and proactively, and the aggressive team usually seems the one that doesn't get the fouls called against it as much. So, some of the unnecessary just – they have you blocked out and you push them in the back, or you have a hand check where it's not needed, or a guy's about to take a really tough shot and you bail them out with a foul. Those are the ones we want to stay away from. We want to be disciplined, dictate the shot that our opponent takes, and then when we do, finish it on the glass without, putting them on the foul line.
You have 2 tough road games left, but at the same time, do you see it as an opportunity with the teams you're playing?
Yeah, I mean, our guys are excited to go, for this challenge on the road. It's a hard-fought game here. We were able to separate late, and, it's an opportunity to go, kind of reclaim how we were playing on the road early in league play. We got those 2 wins right out of the start. So I think it's far more about us and what we do and taking advantage of that opportunity. So right now there's, all our focus is on this game tomorrow night, and our guys, they're going to come out with great intent to do the job and get the win.
Texas has been playing really good ball, especially since you guys played them last. What have you seen from them on film that's allowed them to have success?
Well, more than anything, I think, the play of Carr and Rice. I mean, they've got, 2 older experienced guards that have really made plays for them down the stretch. When you're going to win close games, especially in this league, I think they've probably had like 6 close games that they've won. Usually it's going to come down to that guard play late, making foul shots, taking care of the basketball. Those guys have done a great job of that, which I think has really helped, put them in a good situation. So we've got to have great intent to both of those guys. Obviously, we know with Carr is one of the better guards in the league. And then, with Rice, he's played at such a high level right now. And you got to be aware of his shot fake, but you also have to be aware of, he's playing at a high level of confidence. You can't let him get going and get in rhythm.
You hope Caleb another game or so, or just kind of play by ear?
Yeah, I mean, it's still a day-to-day thing, just how he's feeling and seeing how it's going. And, I mean, he's out there today for practice, so we're just taking it in stride one day at a time. I mean, it's really, when it comes to something like a back, it's kind of how he's feeling, and that could be you sleep on it the right way, who knows what. But, yeah, it's one day at a time, and we'll see how it all goes.
I don't think we've ever asked him. Jazz is fine. Like, he's come back in and not had any other issues or anything like that?
No, he hasn't. Yeah, he's been great. I mean, he's done a great job. He did a great job preparing when he was out with his conditioning and staying integrated in everything we do. So, when he did return, it was fairly seamless, and he's played great for us. So really, really proud of what he did that way to keep himself in position to do this.